Hello there. What's going on? Peter Rosenberg. We're at the Knicks game. LeBron versus the Knicks. LeBron's going crazy right now. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. I'm about to bring you finally my DJ Premier NoiseMakers video. Shout out to my man Rick Cordero. We're editing the real version of it. This is just a rough version though, because everyone kept asking and I've been taking so long. So this is going to be segment by segment, at least really good audio. Video's not amazing. There's just a one set camera we have in the back. But this is me and DJ Premier from NoiseMakers. Now, don't forget, Wednesday, February 11th, 92nd Street Y, uestlove NoiseMakers. And here's what we're doing. Reply to this video with your own YouTube video with questions for Questlove, and we may select your questions to actually use during NoiseMakers and play for Questlove. So this is particularly for cats outside of New York who can't make it to the event, overseas, etc., all over the country. Make a little YouTube video, ask a question for Questlove, put it up on YouTube, reply to this, and you might ask Questlove a question. Anyways, I'm going to get back to watching LeBron son the Knicks. Peace out.
What was the first soul music that you were into, and who got you into it?
Anything that had Motown, or anything that had the Tamla label, which was Motown, or anything that had soul, which was Motown as well. You know, Last Night in the Pips was on soul, but it was Motown division. Tamla was Stevie Wonder label, but that was on Motown, which was a division of Motown. And then Motown had its label. And as a kid, my mother had the record player, you know, that you put like 5 or 6 45s on it on a spindle, move the arm to support the records, and then when you hit start, the needle goes up, bumps the record drops down, and then the needle moves to the record. And I used to be like, how the fuck does this thing move over there like that?
It's amazing. I'm blown away by technology that's 70, 120 years old, let alone the shit they have now. Yeah. So when did you first become aware of either the idea of being a DJ or hip hop?
DJ's first.
DJ always was first.
Always. Yeah.
When are we talking about?
From that childhood, literally. I mean, I used to go to church and steal records from church. I know that's not really.
Oh my God! Like, what the fuck, Prank?
Like my mother, the priest used to actually say, they used to call me the Martin boy when I was a kid. And they used to call me Sonny Boy too. My mother calls me Sonny Boy. You know, I have a lot of nicknames in Texas that they still, like all my friends still call me. You know, way before Premiere and all of that type of stuff. Sonny Boy is one of them. Chrissy Boo is another one. Yeah.
I'm gonna lay off that one tonight. I think I fluffed you enough out there.
That's family shit, so they can do that. I'm like that to this day. Like again, when I was a child, like I was so fascinated by the way the record label looked. And the way the needle knew how to go to the record, that the music that came off of the record from the way the label looked seemed to match. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the same thing when I got the Eric B. and Rakim 12-inch of Eric B. as President, the original version, not the paid in full version. The labels, IKEA Records, and then you put on the record, they sounded alike. Then you saw the group, and they looked like the record that you heard.
See, I would say that people who think about things like that think about you think about music on a different level than I do. I'm like, I like that song. You have like an image in your head of what it's supposed to be. So when did you get your turntables?
The ones I stole or the ones I bought?
Your first turntables. Stole those from church too?
No, I stole them from college. You know.
Do you want to tell that story?
Oh yeah, I'll tell it. Well, first of all, the first turntable I got was a belt drive. You know, before direct drives, there were belt drive techniques, and just to have anything that said techniques, I had a neighbor named Michael Sowell. His brother's my best friend. One of my best friends' name is William. We call him Wee Wee. His brother Mike had the first Techniques 1200 in my neighborhood. So, but he didn't scratch anything. He would just put on. He used to play Hall & Oates all the time.
I respect that.
Yeah, Hall & Oates, vinyl, of course. And he used to play Rich Girl, just on some listening shit. That and it was Hall & Oates and the Doobie Brothers.
Yo, this is like this is straight out of my collection. This is my favorite shit.
And when he moved the needle over and dropped the cue switch and it just went real slow onto the record, I was like, damn, man. Like, 'cause I'm into mechanics and taking things apart. I used to take apart TVs, things like that, and put it back together. My mother think it won't work, and I would get it to work. I used to have the operation game when I was a kid, and try to make sure I knew how to figure out how to make what was making it tick and all that. So I would take the diodes out and try to see what made the electrodes, everything, the oscillators. I took all that stuff apart and learned that without reading a book.
So let's get back to Jack and the turntables. how did this first pair of turntables come about?
All right, well, when I went to college, I learned how to scratch from a DJ named R.P. Cola. I owe all of my learning how to scratch to him. We still are boys.
Round of applause for R.P. Cola. Thank you very much, sir.
He had a low cut fade like mine, and he had a shag, Jerry curl shag in the back.
Hey man, business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, and he always wore slacks, real super tight with little pointy boots, but he was nice.
He should come out with a record right now. He fit right in.
Well, he had a record called The Cabbage Patch, and then he had a record called I Can Feel It, which kind of blew up down in the South. And he was new to coming to my college. I went to Prairie View A&M, and it's a predominantly black college. And I had been coming to New York a lot because my mother's father lived in Brooklyn, and we used to stay with him all the time during the holidays. So that's how I got my whole New York, understanding at a young age. Because every summer I would always stay with him, and we'd go to baseball games, football games. Like, he took me everywhere. Because I'm the only boy out of my family. I have all sisters. So
how many sisters you got?
Two.
Two sisters.
Yeah, they're older than me. One's 2 years older, the other one's 4 years older. So I got to learn music through them too, because they were into different shit. And then on top of that, with RP, I had seen some breaking and some DJs in Times Square with my grandfather. We had just come from a baseball game, and when I saw that, I was blown away. But to see somebody in Texas do it with the felt pads and the quarter on the needle and the fader, he had the whole big giant Gemini about from where you are to where I'm sitting, and to see him cutting on it, I was just like, yo, man, like, you could teach me that? And he was like, yeah, because I had more records than anybody, but they had the equipment. So I was like, I'll bring the records, you teach me how to scratch, I'll let you DJ with me and we can DJ together, and negotiate a situation. Because I used to battle another crew called the DJs 2. We were called Magic Sounds. My mother named it, I didn't like the name.
And what
but
your mom
to this stealing of the turntable thing.
What year are we talking about? What year in school?
I graduated high school in 84. I learned how to scratch in 84.
So whose turntables did you jack?
Some people that were in the dorm.
They just left their shit laying out there, and someone. I'm just trying to picture you walking out with two 1200s under your arms.
There's a dorm room called Holly Hall. Everybody that knows Prairie View knew about Holly Hall. They're torn down now because now they build apartments. But Holly Hall was the hangout spot for all the wild guys. I was one of the wild guys in school having fun, and we knew how to break in everybody's room and steal their beer and all of that out of their mini refrigerators. Like we used to drink. We used to drink like fishes. Like I'm not like that anymore, but. Those were the days. It was college.
Absolutely. So okay. So then, when do you end up coming to New York, and why did you come to New York?
Well, when I was 13, I said I'm moving to New York. Like I knew that's what I was gonna do way back. So that's like '79. I already knew that's what I wanted to do, and that was my plan. I didn't set out to really make the move so quick until I started flunking out of my classes. And my father works at the college that I went to, so. He was always on my ass. I used to miss my 8 o'clock class, and the teacher started, my father's a very well-known instructor at the college, so everybody used to tell him I wasn't showing up. So he was going to try to catch me, which he did, and I'm pretty slick I'll slick on my parents, but my father, acted like he was going to his 8 o'clock class that he taught. I acted like I was getting dressed, and I was like, yeah, Pop, I'll see you later. Went back to sleep, because I was drunk the night before. He takes off because he's already got it in his head to catch me. I'm back under the covers all snuggled up. All of a sudden I hear the door slam. Boom, and it's my pops, and he's like, I knew you wasn't going to class, and he called me, and I was just like, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm going to go try to do my music thing. Because in the neighborhood where I'm from, everybody, I was telling my manager this actually this morning, where I'm from, everybody is known to